Naomi wasn't acting strangely or anything?
No, I just can't believe that Naomi's an enemy spy. I refuse to accept that.
I don't want to believe it either, but...
Don't say it, Snake.
Hello everyone. Hello and welcome back to Metal Gear Solid 1, where the plot has thickened yet again. It appears that our lovely Dr. Naomi Hunter apparently is not Dr. Naomi Hunter. We don't know who the hell she is. But apparently it seems that Master Miller checked in on her background a bit, seeing as he worked for the FBI for a time and has come to realise that she's completely lied about who she is. Not good. Is she working for terrorists? Is she working with Foxhound? Working for someone else? And why would she be lying? Lots of questions, folks. Lots of questions.
Snake, if it's about Naomi, I'm looking into the matter right now. Give me a little more time.
Where is she?
She's still sleeping.
I can't believe it. First, the DARPA chief turns out to be an imposter, and now Naomi. What the hell is going on here? I suppose you're going to tell me you don't know anything, right?
I'm sorry, Snake.
A madman is threatening the world with a nuclear weapon. I guess that's what I should worry about now.
Of course, as well, when we had a chat with the Vulcan Raven as well, the other big question, which has sort of been half answered, the DARPA chief, when we ran into him at the very start of the game, it wasn't actually the DARPA chief. Turns out that was Decoy Octopus, which would explain why we found the chief actually in the cell when we got arrested, and it looked like he'd been dead for days. It still doesn't answer the question of why then Decoy Octopus and that Kenneth Baker both seemingly had heart attacks of the sort. It also wouldn't explain exactly why Decoy Octopus resorted to impersonating Mr. Anderson, the chief. Makes an interesting slant on things for sure.
There is no doubt about it. After the Cold War ended, the chance of a full-scale worldwide...
We've had this, haven't we? Yeah, I've had that one. Again, from the reload. Apologies.
Ironically, the policy of nuclear deterrence has prevented the elimination of nuclear weapons. The entire basis for determining them to be illegal has been undermined by this military policy. In other words, nuclear weapons cannot be declared illegal because we have an entrenched policy which makes them legal ipso facto.
Ipso facto. There's another one for you guys to look up.
America and Russia are not the only countries with nuclear weapons. During the Cold War, the UK, France, and China publicly declared the existence of their own nuclear arsenals. Since we entered the 21st century, we have confirmed the existence of nuclear weapons programs in countries throughout Africa, the Middle East, South America, and Asia. Nukes are steadily proliferating. The 21st century is paying for the 20th century's failure to plug the holes in the NPT and for the IAEA's failure to tighten nuclear control measures.
Basically, it's too late now.
The IAEA was established in 1957 to oversee peaceful as well as military applications of atomic power. But the IAEA can only investigate those countries which request an investigation. Furthermore, the timing of the inspection must be approved by the country in question. They are not allowed to do sneak inspections. The country that is being investigated can even dictate the nationality of the inspectors that they will allow in. In the late 1970s, Iraq would only allow inspectors from Bulgaria and Russia to enter the country. The IAEA does not even have the authority to level fines against countries who have committed infractions. After the Gulf War, they discovered that Iraq had been developing nuclear weapons in secret right under the investigators' noses. Unfortunately, as an organization, the IAEA just did not have the teeth to effectively stop the proliferation of nuclear weapons and technology.
Oh, it's interesting, this.
In 1970, all 5 nuclear powers, America, the Soviet Union, France, England, and China, signed the NPT. The treaty provided that the non-nuclear equipped countries could receive assistance for peaceful applications of nuclear power. But military applications of nuclear power were strictly prohibited, and the IAEA was given the responsibility of investigating countries who were suspected of being in non-compliance with the NPT. But the IAEA could not stop the proliferation of nuclear weapons either. Not only couldn't the IAEA levy any penalties against violating nations, but it became impossible to distinguish between technologies which would lead to military development and technologies which were for civilian applications. According to the military doctrine, which is the basis for NATO expansion, a preemptive nuclear strike may be undertaken if there is a sufficient threat of a regional conflict spreading to a large-scale war. In the face of all this NATO expansion, Russia might feel the need to flex their nuclear muscles, if only to show NATO that even with their aging arsenal and diminished army, they are still a major power.
It say that I know there's various spots where you can just listen to her talk about various bits, and they are I find it very interesting.
I don't know anything about Dr. Naomi, so there's not much I can say. But Snake, I think you'd better leave that to Colonel Campbell. Don't you think you'd better just get to the control room?
Agreed. Right, okay then. I am going to heal myself up a touch. I'm going to put on my body armor again. I'm actually not going to bother with that. I could go all the way back out. I know there was a level 7 area, but I really don't want to go there. I don't have to. So I'm going to move on with my life. Cameras? Sakes. Is that a trapdoor? That's a trapdoor.
Snake, hurry up and get to Metal Gear's underground base. It's north of the warehouse where you fought Raven.
This is what I think of trapdoors. No, not a lot. Run. Good God Almighty, run! How many cameras? Is that necessary? I don't think that's necessary. Holy God. You saw nothing. Shit. Fine, you saw plenty. Get whatever the hell's up there. This is ridiculous. How many bloody cameras? This is absurd. Run. Oh, it's gonna go. Right, I don't think there's much else for us to do here, although I'm curious to know what it is down there. Some kind of sewery thing or something. Not really sure. The hell are we now? Wait a minute. Is this? It is. Where? It's Metal Gear.
It looks like they've finished getting Metal Gear ready.
How do you know that?
I overheard them talking. Where are you now?
Right in front of Metal Gear, but it's strange.
What is?
There's nobody here. No guards, nobody patrolling. It's too quiet.
Maybe because they're all ready. They said they even input the PAL codes.
What should I do?
All we can do is use the override system that President Baker told you about.
but I've only got one of the 3 keys.
Yeah.
And besides that, like Ocelot said, there's some trick to using the keys.
Leave it to me.
You got some kind of plan?
Well, I'm in the computer room right now. I'm trying to access Baker's private files.
Baker's files. Don't you need a password?
Of course, but there are ways.
Are you a hacker?
Yeah.
Yep, that describes me pretty well.
Does it look like you can get in?
I don't know yet. I'll give it a try.
I'm counting on you.
How Emmerich is a hacker. Son of a bitch. He's right though, look, there's no one here. It's empty. Very strange. You'd think, being this is Metal Gear, the massive thing. Am I losing health?
That's where the emergency PAL code override system is. The control room is on the 3rd floor of the base you're in. You see that ladder next to Metal Gear? You can climb up there.
What? Am I losing health?
Snake, I'm sure that woman calling herself Naomi is some type of spy. And now I'm starting to think that Campbell might be hiding something too. Don't trust him.
You think Campbell's a spy? Surely not.
Snake, isn't the detonation code input system in the control room? Hurry up and get in there.
Alright, okay. Yes, sir.
Snake, that water is contaminated with nuclear
Oh,
waste
I
material.
see.
If you go in there, you'll take damage.
Nuclear waste?
They were extremely careless with their handling of nuclear materials. Nastasha knows all about that if you want more info.
Guess where we're going?
That stuff that is flowing in those ditches on the 1st floor must be radioactive nuclear wastewater. You better stay away from it. You are already exposed enough just by being in that area. Any further exposure could be fatal. That place does not have a nuclear processing facility. It must be some other kind of nuclear material that is leaking, besides the dismantled nuclear warheads.
Oh, right.
Probably spent nuclear fuel or something.
Basically, we don't want to be in this war if we don't have to be. Which brings up the question of why am I still in it? Because I want to find something? The only guess. Ooh, hello, Ration. Love the music. Music's awesome. Oh my goodness. How does that not see me? Oh, how about that? Ah, yes. That was pretty cool. That was completely not important, but I did it anyway, so hey ho. Okay, then, so we want to look for a ladder. Something like that looks pretty good place to start. Music is awesome. Jamming? Really? Don't need that. This thing's massive, isn't it? Look at this. Absolutely huge. Huh?
Snake, it's me
Oh, hi.
again.
How's it going?
Not bad. I just got past his 3rd security level. He was a pretty careful guy.
Do you think you'll break in soon?
I never met a system I couldn't bust into.
Okay, keep trying.
Keep on it, Emmerich. Let me up. Thank you. Oh, I love it. It's that zoom. It's very fun. It's very fun. Is that Timmy on top of Metal Gear itself? Yeah, I'm on top of Metal Gear. It. What the hell's that? There's guards in there. Is that guards? I can't tell. Oh shit. Is that liquid and ocelot? Oh god. That is bad.
Snake, stop that launch. Head for the control room in the underground base. The control room is on the 3rd floor of the underground base, isn't it? There's no time.
Are you not seeing what I'm seeing, Colonel? Down there as well. Maybe I've got to go around or something. I have to see.
Snake, I did it!
You got past security?
Bingo!
Great. So what do you got?
I accessed the confidential Metal Gear file.
So what about the PAL override system that Baker talked about?
I haven't found it yet.
That's what I need to know.
But Snake, I found something else.
What?
What?
The secret behind the new nuclear weapon. Just as I thought, the nuclear warhead is designed to be fired from the railgun like a projectile.
Yeah?
It doesn't use fuel, so it isn't considered a missile. That way it can get around all sorts of international treaties.
Pretty sneaky.
Yes, but effective. And that's not even the scariest thing about this weapon.
Oh, I can't wait to hear this.
It's a stealth weapon.
What do you mean by
You
stealth?
mean it won't show up on radar?
Yeah. The truth is, they've been working on a stealth missile since the late 70s.
Why weren't they able to develop one until now?
Because of the missile rocket propulsion system, it would be picked up by enemy satellites.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
But unlike a missile, the railgun doesn't burn any propellant, so it can't be detected by any current ballistic missile detection systems.
An invisible nuclear warhead.
That's bad.
Totally impossible to intercept. And on top of that, it's got a surface-piercing warhead designed to penetrate hardened underground bases.
We learned that lesson in the Gulf War.
This thing could mean the end of the world.
It's the ultimate weapon. And from a political point of view, it avoids the problem of nuclear reduction and nuclear inspections. Colonel, is this true? Are you listening?
I'm listening.
If word of this got out, it could delay the signing of the START 3 treaty and cause a huge international
And the
incident.
rest?
Yeah, it would be nasty. The United States would be denounced by the UN. It could even bring the president down.
Did you know this, Colonel?
I'm sorry.
You've changed,
You
Colonel.
did, you
I
son of
won't
a...
make any excuses.
Snake, listen to me. This new nuclear weapon, it's never actually been tested, only simulated.
You mean they ran a computer model?
Yeah, that's why they were conducting this exercise.
They were gonna fire it?
They needed to get actual experimental data to back up the simulation.
What were the results of the exercise?
It looks like it went better than they hoped for, but I can't find the data anywhere on this network. You'd think the data as important as that would be carefully recorded.
Wait a minute.
It was.
Yes, I
President
realized
Baker
that.
gave me an optical disc with all of the
That's
test
what
data.
was on the disc.
What? Do you still have it?
No.
No, Ocelot took it from me.
And Ocelot's...
The
Oh,
terrorists
God.
have replaced the dummy warhead with a real warhead. Once they input the detonation codes, they should be ready to launch.
So you think they can do it?
Well, the dummy warhead was designed to be identical to the real thing, so I think so.
Did you find out how to override it yet?
Not yet. It must be in a separate file. Right now I'm looking through all of Baker's personal files.
We're counting on you.
Shit now. Well, things have got decidedly not good. No wonder Ocelot was wondering if there were any more copies of the file. Of the disc. Oh shit. This could be a problem. Jamming as well, so I can't use the radar. It's coming this way. Oh shit. Away. don't know which way he's going to go. Horrible camera angle for this. Oh, this is going to be bad, folks. This is going to be very bad. Who's that?
Snake!
Did you find it?
No, I haven't found out about the override system yet, but I found Baker's ulterior motive.
He's just looking to get rich, isn't he?
Well, that's part of it. Armstech is in much worse financial trouble than I thought.
I know they lost their bid to make the next generation fighter jet. That plus the reduction in SDI spending.
It looks like there was even some talk of a hostile takeover.
Everything was riding on this project, I guess.
And it looks like we were paying a lot of bribe money to the DARPA chief.
Bribe money, huh?
Yeah, and Baker was a big proponent of the nuclear deterrent theory.
I see. So anyway, what about the override?
Just give me a little bit longer.
You better hurry, son. Well, I'm just going to use another handy-dandy save state. It's going to get bad. Oh, shit. This is going to be bad.
Okay, I've entered the PAL codes and disengaged the safety device. We can launch anytime.
There's still no response from Washington. It looks like we'll have to show them that we mean business.
Should I set it for Cherniton, Russia?
Russia?
No, there's been a change. The new target is Locknor, China.
China?
Why, boss?
I'm sure neither you nor Mr. Golukovich would really like to see a nuclear bomb dropped on your motherland, right?
Liquid.
But why? There's nothing there.
Wrong. It's a nuclear test site.
A nuclear test site?
If we nuke a major population center, the game's over. But a nuclear explosion at a test site can still be concealed from the public. Meanwhile, Washington will be
I
worried
see.
about the retaliatory strike from China.
That'll probably mean top-secret talks between both countries' leaders.
Of course. And in the process, the President will be forced to divulge the existence of a new and highly destabilizing nuclear weapon to the Chinese. What do you think that will do to the US's reputation? Or the President's?
And with the CTBT, that means that China and India... I see.
Yes.
Clever.
When the other countries hear about this new weapon, they'll all want to contact us. Washington won't be very happy when we start selling their own system to the highest bidders. Yes, the President will break. He will give in to our demands.
Big Boss's DNA and $1 billion.
$1 billion. That money will be used to cure our genome soldiers as well. I'm also including the Foxhound vaccine in our demands.
Foxhound. It killed Octopus and the Armstech president.
What?
So it's true that it affects older people first. Mantis might not have been affected because he wore a mask.
Wolf wasn't infected either. Perhaps due to those tranquilizers she always took.
Something to do with the adrenaline level in the blood. Or maybe it's just because this fox dye was still experimental and they haven't worked out all the bugs yet.
Foxhound.
In any case, have you heard from your friend, Colonel Sergei Golukovich, at the Spetsnaz?
He still has doubts about the ability of Metal Gear. He said we can talk after Metal Gear's test launch is successful.
He's a very prudent man.
There's nothing to worry about. The Colonel wants Metal Gear and a new nuclear weapon so bad he can taste it. If Russia wants to regain its position as a military superpower, they need to reinforce their nuclear arsenal. They need a nuclear weapon that can't be intercepted. Metal Gear will allow them to gain first strike capability over the rest of the world.
Their regular army is in shambles, and they think they can restore their country's military power with nuclear weapons? Golukovich, he's no warrior. He's a politician.
But he's the one who gave us the Hind and most of our other heavy firepower.
He's got over 1,000 soldiers under his command. If we join forces, we could put up quite a resistance here. Since Mantis died, the genome soldiers' brainwashing has started to wear off. I'm worried about the men's morale. An alliance with the Russians would boost that as well.
What are you saying?
We're not going anywhere. We're going to dig in here.
We could still escape.
We've got the most powerful weapon ever made, and we're about to ally with Galukovich's forces.
Are you going to fight the whole world?
And what's wrong with that? We can launch a nuclear warhead at any target on this planet. A nuclear warhead invisible to radar. And on top of that, this base is full of spare nuclear warheads. Once we get the DNA and the money, the world will be ours!
What about your promise to Colonel Galukovich?
I have no interest in the revival of Mother Russia.
Uh-oh.
You're not thinking of reviving Big Boss's dream.
From today, call this place Outer Heaven.
Oh, God.
Big Boss's dream.
But boss, you're not worried about the PAL being overridden. If the code is in it again, it'll be deactivated.
No need to worry. The DARPA chief and the Arms Tech president are both dead.
Oh, God.
Does Snake know how the override system works?
You interrogated him, don't you know?
He didn't have any keys on him.
Good. Then no one can stop Metal Gear now.
By the way, what should we do with that woman? Want me to kill her?
Let her live. She's Campbell's niece, and Snake cares for her. We'll keep her as our ace in the hole.
Meryl.
This is gonna get
She's
bad.
alive.
Snake, I found Baker's top secret files.
Great job.
How's it going there?
They've finished inputting the PAL codes. So how do we deactivate them?
Okay, you see the override system that the President was talking about? It can also be used to input the detonation codes.
Right.
You see, if you insert the keys when the warhead is active, you deactivate it. And if you insert them when it's inactive, it becomes activated.
Right.
And you can only use the keys once.
Only once, huh?
Yeah, you better get started. We don't have much time.
But it takes 3 keys, right? I've only got 1 of them.
Hold on a minute. You see, that's the trick. You already have all 3 keys.
Alright.
What are you talking about?
The card key is made of a shape memory alloy.
Shape memory alloy.
Yes, it's a material that changes shape at different temperatures. The key is made out of it.
This card
Ah.
Yeah, the card key changes shape at different temperatures.
key? So this key is actually 3 keys in 1. Clever.
I see. Genius.
Can you see the input terminals in the center of the control room?
I see them.
Those 3 laptop terminals are for the emergency input. There should be a symbol on each screen. Each symbol corresponds to a different key. Input the keys in order from left to right. The left one's for the room temperature key. See the symbol? Next to that goes the low temperature key. The one on the right is the high temperature key.
Okay, I
Okay.
got it. First, I change the shape of the card, and then I input them in order, right?
That's right. All you do is insert the card keys. After you insert the key into the module, a hard disk reads the information contained on it. Once you've finished with all 3 terminals, the code input process is complete. But here's the thing. You can only use the key 3 times. It's an emergency system. It's only meant to be used once.
The world is riding on that key, Snake.
Who's that?
Oops.
Damn!
Oh shit, the key.
The key fell on the drainage ditch.
Snake! This is bulletproof glass. There's no way in. I'll enjoy watching you die.
Snake, you've got to get that key.
Fuck. Next time, all hell is bound to break loose. Catch you then.